Three.
Right.
Ready when you are.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. James, I'm sure this is going to be impossible for you, but please, if you can, explain your emotions at this moment in time.
Believe it or not, it was a fantastic finish to the game, but my right emotion is disappointment and anger. And that hasn't subsided because the nature of their goal, I just thought that we didn't, certain players didn't play as well as we thought they would, and I think we allowed them to get much more of the game than they deserved. Credit to them, they come out second half, changed shape and really had a go, and they took their chance. But after that, then it was up to us to really show some character, change shape, work really hard, creep back up the pitch, and I didn't think that was coming, but credit to the lads, they showed great character and quality to go and get 2 goals out of nothing.
Was it down to the change you made? You went with 3 at the back, put Ryan Ellison on and made that tactical change. Did that give you that ground to put pressure on their penalty box?
I'm not going to take credit for the tactic. I mean, if anything, I thought the 2 front players did really well for us, but Jon just couldn't seem to connect with them. There was lots of balls bouncing around the centre forwards, we couldn't get it. So I felt that we needed maybe to just go 4-3-3 and get 3 strikers on a little bit higher, and then maybe move Tom in. So the shape moved up the pitch a bit. But Ryan went on to sort of, if you like, release Tom to the number 10 position. I was a bit worried because Broads and John Marsden were on yellows. Both of them had took heavy knocks, and with a referee that makes decisions like he did, there's always a danger that one of them might get sent.
Yeah, there were some strange decisions. I noticed you having a word with the referee going down the tunnel at half time. You were concerned.
Yeah, you can't say too much about them, but I think when somebody straight legs somebody, there's a danger of, I mean, I've seen Tom Bennett break his leg, compound fracture from them sort of challenges, and he let the first one go without any punishment. Then the second one happens, and then the third one happens, and you start thinking, we've got to protect the players here and make a statement. Has he played the ball, or has he gone with excessive force to hurt the player? Now, and because it was right in front of the dugout, I was extra angry, but fortunately nobody's injured, but there's some heavy knocks on some of our players. But so I think Jon, it was a tough game for him. He was crowded out in there. The whole nature of the game was a little bit lively because of the pitch and no quarter given, and it was all about really, which we expected, having looked at the result from last week. They've drawn 3-3, 6 set plays. They've scored from a set play, we've scored from a set play, and ultimately we scored from a mistake that's been capitalised with a great bit of finish from Kay.
The secret really today was not giving up, wasn't it, for your players, and they just kept plugging away and never lost belief that they were going to get something out of the game. Whether you believe they get 3 points, I don't know, but it was incredible, that finish.
Yeah, no, I think there was a few players that were tired, and we had to work hard on the sideline to get them to play just even 10 yards further up the pitch, play higher in our shape, particularly Tom Field playing closer to the front 3 and being in areas where he can make something happen, get both full-backs a little bit higher. Because they started off with 4-4-2, but they dropped the 9 in, and that allowed us really to push our full-backs higher, and then we sort of pressed them a little bit further. But we had to work really hard to get them up the pitch. But again, a poor foul from them leads to us having the chance to bounce it off the big man in the box. He did brilliant on it. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't a goal, but it was a great following from Obi, who has perhaps that little bit of sharpness in the box that we were lacking for most of the game. But credit to Obi, because he's come out of his sick bed. We've had a really tough week this week in terms of players being ill. Dane Smith just made it for the bench. Obi made it for the bench. We were down to 16 fit players today, and 2 of them have got out of the sick bed. So I'm pleased that they've made that effort, and like I said, the players have come in, have done a good job in the absence of other players, and so to come out with a win is fantastic and shows that it's not just about the team, it's about the squad, and for everybody today it was a great result.
Have you ever been involved in a game before as a player or as a manager where you've scored twice to win the game in the 93rd, 94th minute of the game?
I've been involved in some dramatic games, and I've been on the end of it at Northampton when and sometimes when you put a lot into a game and then your mentality is to see the game out, and you've got to remember that Hednesford were 3-1 up against Alfreton's 10 men and sat back and allowed them to go on and get something out of the game, which was a massive 2 points lost, and today even a point, anything for them would have been. So, but again, they put so much effort in, in the first half that we felt that if we got to half time with a clean sheet that we'd go on and win the second half, but unfortunately they showed good energy and got the lead, and then it was a real uphill battle for us. But credit to the players because they're buzzing in there. We know there was a bit of disappointment in some of the performances. Our set plays weren't great, so we de-energised ourselves a little bit, but that certainly brought the energy back, not just to the players and the staff but also the fans, that finish.
Well, you mentioned the players buzzing. I mean, the fans were buzzing even more, weren't they? I mean, incredible scenes at the end, and they played their part today.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's, you know, they were all around that end of it, and you know, sometimes having the fans on your side or people encouraging you, willing, you know, it helps. I mean, you've seen that the other night when we've got 3 goals at the Cheadle end, and I think today they've played their part. So, you know, we've always called them the 12th man, or I suppose because I'm using all my subs at the moment, we'll have to call them the 15th man. But they certainly are, you know, playing their part, and like I said, they energised the team, and you know, this is what football's about, the excitement. You know, when you think your emotions, you're flat, you're angry, you're disappointed, you don't know where to aim it all, and all of a sudden the next minute you're in that position where you don't know what to feel, and next minute it's just pure elation, which that's the great thing about football.
The position you're in is 9th, 5 points adrift of the playoffs now. That gap is narrowing week after week after week, and you must be massively proud of what you've achieved, but also excited about the weeks ahead now.
Yeah, I'm extremely tired this week. It's been a really busy week. You know, we were out watching Chester Tranmere Monday night, and then we've got a game Tuesday night with the reserves, and Thursday night the youth team, and then there's a Northwich player, and other games are going on. So it's been a really tough week because we're trying to prepare a little bit for next season. We're trying to prepare for the weeks ahead. No, but like I said, we dust ourselves down, and we said that we'd have to have a good chat on the bus after this result and take stock of whether we need to bring some more players in. We've lost a few. We looked a little bit light today in terms of the squad options, but we'll have Sean back from illness. Gas should be okay. We don't know how long we're going to be missing Jamie and Ryan. So maybe you know, 1 or 2 players might just give us a bit of life, but I also want to give other young players and players in the squad a chance to show me that they've got something to offer. So we'll reflect on the way home, but like I said, what we've done is great. You know, the results have been great. The performance wasn't great today except for the finish. So what I need to do first and foremost is just tidy our game up a little bit, make sure we're more efficient. You know, disappointing to see from a set play. Our set plays weren't great, so we need to tidy that side up if we're going to have a chance of being the likes of North Ferriby and AFC Forward. But one game at a time, so we'll work hard this week for North Ferriby, and then we'll see where that leads us come Easter Sunday.
Well, dramatic scenes today. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.